For this part of the recap, I am joined by a special guest. She is the bronze medal winner at the 2022 Edna Trophy and the reigning bronze medalist for Canada. Please welcome Fiona Bombardier. Hey Fiona, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. How's your day been? And you've just ended your season. So what's next season looking like for you? Have you started new programs? And then, of course, tell us what your favorite moment was about these World Championships, especially in the women's event.
So as of now, I've had a little bit of a setback, so I haven't started my programs yet. I just suffered from a concussion. But it's been a couple weeks now, feeling a lot better. We'll start new programs soon, very excited. So I'm gonna have a new short program this season. One of my favorite moments from the World Championships was probably Leona's short program. I loved her dress, the costume. It was so bright in colors. I think it was hot pink and orange, and that was very eye-catching to me. Her music, it was so much fun to watch, and I couldn't stop watching it. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to miss that program. It was fire. Not the best performance for that short program here, but still, Leona is such a dynamic skater. So let's get into the podium. Taking the gold, Queen Kaori Sakamoto does it, and she defends her world title. Silver goes to Hyein Lee of Korea as she dazzles us. And bronze goes to Luna Hendricks of Belgium, picking up her second world medal in 2 seasons. So let's talk Kaori Sakamoto. She does it. She defends her world title, the second Japanese woman to do so other than Mao Asada. She's always skating to these female empowerment programs like her free program last year. And the free program to Elastic Heart by Sia was no different. And actually a pretty good skate here. If you look on paper, all positive GOEs, but it was a bit of a nightmare skate for her because last time Worlds was in Saitama in 2019, she made the same mistake that took her from second to fifth place and what should have been her first world medal. So obviously very disappointed, grabbing her head as she's leaving the ice, tears are filling her eyes. So Fiona, I ask you, sometimes we can get really fixated on a mistake that we've made before, even though we've done it 100 times in competition. So have you ever had those moments where you're focused on that mistake and then it becomes its own self-fulfilling prophecy?
For sure. I think we've all had these kind of moments. For example, at Nationals, I made that first mistake on my double axel and I was skating clean throughout the whole solo. And then, of course, on my second double axel, that's all I could think about. And I made the same exact mistake. So for Kaori, she was probably not thinking about the right things going into the flip and probably thinking about that past Worlds, which indeed made her make that mistake. She recovered really well, though.
She absolutely did. And in the Kiss and Cry interview, she was totally thinking about that moment in something that should have been a redemptive skate. But her eyes, again, filled with tears, this time from relief, knowing that she has secured her gold medal. Love Kaori Sakamoto and everything she stands for. Can't wait to see her for the rest of this program.
For sure. It was very emotional to watch, actually. Her coming off the ice thinking she had just lost her gold medal because of that little mistake. Well, not little, but because of that mistake. It was really sad, but I think as us as viewers, we knew she would still be okay because we saw the rest and it was wonderful.
Absolutely. Let's head on to our silver medalist, Hyein Lee of Korea, the first woman to medal at Worlds since Yoona Kim 10 years ago in 2013. Hyein came into this competition with a very slow start to the season, but finally picked it up and won 4 continents this year. And then she dazzled with 2 stunning clean programs. Just like the rest of the world and most Korean skaters, I'm sure she was influenced by Yoona Kim, the one who won the medal before her 10 years ago. So Fiona, are there any women today in skating that you look up to and want to emulate in your own skating style?
There's for sure women that I look up to. One of them is Joanie Rochette. She was so powerful in her skating, and I just loved how elegant she was and the strength that she portrayed throughout all her programs. Another skater that I would probably look up to is Kaori, just because of the speed that she has and the determination is incredible. And yeah, I just love watching her programs, and I hope one day to show something like that.
Well, I definitely think you might be, seeing your skating so far. And let's head into our bronze medalist, your favorite short program, Luna Hendricks. It wasn't a clean event for her, falls in both programs, but the jostling between Mai Mihara and the other Korean skaters and Isabeau Levito enabled her to still finish third overall, even though she finished fifth and fourth in the short and free program.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a bit of a trend going on in that last group. There was one mistake on the jumps. Most of them were lutzes except for Kaori, which was a flip. But yeah, because of that one mistake that everyone kind of made, it made Leona's mistake not as bad.
Yeah, for sure. So we already talked about her, so let's go on to the Canadian women, or Canadian woman, I should say, as the lone woman here was Maddie Schizas of Milton, Ontario. The short program, which has been pretty solid for her this year, kind of let her down with a fall on the triplets combo, but she came back with the free program, and it's looking a little different than previously in the season. She went back to her Madame Butterfly program, something that served her well at the Olympic Games last season. And she came out here and nailed a clean program, something she's been searching for all season. So first of all, what do you think of Maddie's decision to go back to an older program? And have you ever had to go back to a program?
Personally, I have not had to do that yet. But I think for Maddie, it was a great decision. She has some really good memories with this program, and I think it must have been like a breath of fresh air going back to that, considering how this long program that she had, the West Side Story, did not serve her the way she would have wanted to. And then at Worlds, the best time to do it, the biggest competition of the year, she puts out a clean skate for everyone to enjoy.
And unfortunately, with that 13th place finish, Canada will keep its singular spot for the women's event heading into Montreal Worlds next year. That's it. Thank you so much, Fiona, for your wonderful insights. You're so well spoken, and you clearly have a lot going for you. I can't wait to see what you do. I hope you heal well, and good luck for the next season.
Thank you for having me. This was really fun.
I know you loved that video. So subscribe so you don't miss anything, and watch more videos because you loved it so much.